Hello, lovely people. Vlogmas Day 24, Christmas Eve. Oh, yes. Well, I wanted to show you this, and the thingy fell out. Hold on a minute. One day to Christmas. Oh, well, I did do a blurb in the car earlier while I was driving, but the phone's on one of these things that suckers to the windshield, and it's not an ideal position to film me while I'm driving because I'm kind of off to the side, and the weight of the phone tends to make it droop and it doesn't stay. And of course, every time I go over a bump in the road, it goes bleh. Probably not the best place to have it. I was thinking recently that if I were to have a collision and the curtain airbag on the side went off, it wouldn't be the safest thing maybe to have the phone there. Oh, the garbage and recycling is being picked up today, hence the truck in the background. Now, what was I going to say? Yes, I have done a crap ton of shopping. Yeah, the list that was just going to be a few extra items just to see us through the next 3 days of eating turned into a major expedition. So I have stocked the fridge with a pile of fresh things. We've got our Brussels sprouts, so all is well, and fruit as well. The fruit bowl is overflowing with bananas and mandarins, and I also have some black seedless grapes sitting in a colander because I washed those already. And oh, just before I went out, these guys arrived. Maybe I should open it so that you can see it without the shiny plastic. Sorry about the crackling. They are a bit smaller than I expected. Can you see that? Let's see if I can make it focus on there. I don't know. They are a bit smaller than I expected. I don't think that's going to be a problem. I've got 100 of them. So you know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, don't you? I am going to be sewing snowflakes onto my Christmas quilt because the majority of the cooking will be over and we'll be just having like a big salad and some banana splits and fun stuff tomorrow. So there won't be a major amount of time in the kitchen. Tonight is the major amount of time in the kitchen, and also Boxing Day I'm going to make a bit of an effort, but Christmas Day itself will be fairly relaxed. When I was at school and we learnt to cook, I did cookery and needlework in school for O-level, as well as German, and of course all the other essentials like English, math and French. But when we were doing cookery, we would have to write out our order of work. And so I do that sometimes for big meals like this when I'm going to have multiple things on the go. I've just made the rough puff pastry. I had to look up a recipe for that. I didn't have one written in my handmade, homemade recipe book for some reason. I did want to just cheat and buy puff pastry in the store, but they had none. So I'm making some puff pastry. It's like by rough puff, I mean it's much easier than your basic puff pastry. You just put all the ingredients in at the beginning. You grate your butter and you mix it with your flour and there's a little bit of sugar in there, and a little bit of salt, and then you just bring it all together and throw it in the fridge for a while to chill, and then you do the rolling and folding like 4 times, and then put it back in the fridge to chill for another at least half an hour. So that's fine because it's only about 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now. So it's having its first chill in the fridge at the moment. So when the timer goes off, I'll do the rolling and folding part and then put it back in for later. What I'm making is, well, it's based on a very, very old recipe that we used to do every Christmas called Brazil nut roast en croûte. But I couldn't find Brazil nuts today, so I'm using a nut mix that is cashews, almonds, and pecans, I think. And it's got an outer layer, which is the nut layer with breadcrumbs, and then an inner layer, which is like a stuffing layer, which has breadcrumbs and parsley and things like that. So what I like to do is I like to use brown breadcrumbs for the outside and white breadcrumbs for the inside, so you can see the contrast. And then it gets wrapped in pastry and baked in the oven, and I'll make a simple gravy with that. And what else was I going to do? Reading glasses are required here. Yeah, Brussels sprouts. I might do a separate dish of stuffing. This is all going to depend on how much room I have in the oven and how I can juggle it all to make it all ready at the same time. Roast potatoes, of course, can't do without those. So green vegetable, the stuffing, the nut roast potatoes and gravy, and an apple crumble and custard for dessert. So that's all sorted. Tomorrow I've got a big pasta salad planned for our main meal with banana splits at some point, and also I probably should make some more mince pies, maybe another fruit cake to pick at for the next few days. And for Boxing Day, planning a seitan loaf with mashed sweet potatoes, roasted carrots and potatoes, and some sort of gravy. And then a nog cheesecake. I have this recipe book that I rarely use. I bought it a long time ago because I had it out of the library and I thought, oh, this is rather nice. It's got lots of recipes in. Unfortunately, it does rather rely on a lot of pre-packaged processed foods for the recipes, which is not my favorite. I prefer to make things from scratch, ideally. But I did find a recipe in there for a cheesecake which uses cream cheese and vegan eggnog. So I bought the Earth's Own oat nog, and I thought I'd give that a go. So I bought the stuff for that today. So I'm all organised. I did all the shopping, and now I'm going to just write out a plan of action. Mr. Stitches did some work this morning. I think he might still be down there on his work computer, actually. So he is sort of on, answering his work phone and his work emails this morning. But hopefully at some point he'll say, that's it for the day. Let's go out for a walk. And then he'll be free to do what he wants for the rest of the afternoon. The kid who had to go to work this morning and work in the warehouse, he is home already. So that didn't last long. So that was good. So we're all home. And yeah, I bought some snacks as well. I don't normally buy extra snacks to have on the table because we don't have visitors. We're not having people over for drinks and nibbles or anything. But I found a couple of things that sounded nice. I'll show you what they are. I found these. They're called Justin's peanut butter cups. They're dark chocolate. They're dairy free. They're expensive, but it's Christmas, right? I bought 3 bags of them, thinking I'd just tip them all in a bowl and we could just share them out. Unfortunately, I accidentally got one that had milk chocolate in it. So the oldest kid will get the one with the milk chocolate and the rest of us could have the dark. And then I got some of these. These sound yummy too. Plant-based cheesies. Baked corn puffs. Organic and dairy-free. So I'm looking forward to trying those, and I'm trying to put off opening that bag because I'm feeling that as soon as it's open, we're going to inhale that because it'll probably be rather addictive. Yeah. I'll get this phone turned off in half an hour because I'll need to make a list. talk to you later.
The prep's all done and the cooking has started. I baked the apple crumble first so that it got it done and out of the way, because the oven's going to be full of other things very shortly. The see if you can see this way round. Got the fan on the oven. That there is the Brazil nut roast. Oh, except it's not Brazil nut roast, it's a different nut, but you know what I mean. That's the nut roast encased in puff pastry there. And then I've got some Brussels sprouts ready to go in with the roast potatoes when the bleep goes, and some stuffing prepped. I kind of made it up. I hope it tastes all right because I did not follow a recipe for that. And I've got another pan there ready to make the gravy, which is going to be a really, really simple thing. The original gravy that went with that recipe was a bit fancier. It had, I think, red currant jelly and orange juice in it. Never could find the red currant jelly when I wanted it. And really, we're not into gravy with orange juice in it. The table is set. It's all ready to go. The kids have been alerted to the fact that dinner's going to be ready at a certain time.
Well, everyone, it's getting late and I nearly went to bed and almost completely forgot about uploading a vlog for tonight. That's the trouble with having a big meal that makes you sleepy. We had our dinner, we played some games, and now I'm just about ready to crash. The Christmas Eve is over, and I'll see you for one more vlog tomorrow on Christmas Day. And then I'll take a little bit of a break and we'll get back into the regular vlogging. Bye for now.